If you're not familiar, social media came around 2008. We had MySpace in 2008. People signed up to Facebook in around 2007, but it was 2009 when Facebook became prominent. Then we had Twitter and then Instagram and all the other stuff that came out back then. Now we got TikTok and Snapchat and all this stuff. It is engineered to have you addicted to it. Guys aren't as susceptible as women are. Guys are more addicted to things like dopamine hits from video games and consoles and their mobile devices, with games and stuff like that. Women are more addicted to the dopamine hits that they get from approval and validation of other people. I'm going to tell you why in a second. We've been operating as humanoids. Basically, our ancestors separated from primates around 6 to 7 million years ago. That's when the human lineage began. We split from the primates, chimpanzees, and gorillas. The first modern humans, Homo sapiens, were 200,000 years ago. Stone tool technology was somewhere between 12 and 10,000 years ago. Agriculture kicked in, and we started abandoning the hunting and gathering lifestyle for more of a fixed permanent position. We started growing crops. We had oxen and deer, farmland, and stuff like that. Prior to that, we were mostly nomadic hunter-gatherers. By the way, primates go back 55 million years ago. We're not just talking like the 6 to 7 million years ago that we separated from the primate lineage. Primates go back 55 million years, so this is a sequence of genomes that have been going on for tens of millions of years. Social media has only been around for 12 years. If you think that we've evolved in the last 12 years to adapt to be able to deal with the technology that's hardwired into social media and the little handheld devices, which keep getting bigger and bigger, we've not even come close to being able to know how to adapt and how to deal with that. I read a book 4 or 5 years ago called Hooked. It's written by Nir Eyal, which I'd recommend reading. It explains how they engineer addictive traits into all technologies, from video games and the others. The book goes as far back to talk about more groundbreaking ones like World of Warcraft, and it's fully engineered in everything social media. You get the bongs, the bells, the dings, the alerts, the hearts, the hey, somebody liked your picture, somebody commented on your picture. You know you get the DM. People get dopamine hits from this. They say that the dopamine hits are similar to cocaine. Dopamine hits are not that strong, but it's obviously pretty significant, because when you look around at people, it doesn't matter where you are, walking down the street, at the bus stop, at the gym, they're just sitting there with their head down. People in about 50 years are gonna have bent necks because we're spending so much time staring at a freaking handheld device. It's not good. There's a few shows that have been out lately. I didn't get a chance to watch the interview that Joe Rogan did with Tristan Harris, but The Social Dilemma is on Netflix. Go watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix and spend some time paying attention to Evo Psych. There's a very good book I finished the last couple months called Evolution of Desire. The thing that you got to understand is, for women to have survived for as long as they have with their offspring, they needed to have the approval of the others in the nomadic hunter-gatherer tribes, which by the way operated that way for a very long period of time. We're talking 55 million years, then we go back 10 to 12 million years when we moved to agriculture, moving from nomadic hunter-gatherers to agriculture to slowly trying to shift over to a completely different lifestyle, and then here we are. For 12 years now, we've had these handheld digital devices that give you wicked dopamine hits that people, and more specifically women, have been looking for tens of millions of years. They needed the approval of the tribe, they needed the approval of the others in the tribe, because their survival depended on it. You could throw a guy out, and as long as he had his weapons, he'd probably find ways to hunt, gather, and find food. They'll set up a new tribe. But women, the weaker sex, did not have that privilege, so they relied on the approval of the others in the nomadic hunter-gatherer tribes. By the way, they weren't near the world population of 8 billion people that we have today. It was a population of probably 50 or less, 25 to 50. It was usually no more than 75 based on the information available. They lived in very small groups. But the difference today, though, is women don't know the difference between that small group of 50 that they needed the approval of for survival to the 8 billion people in the world. Any woman can go and download an Instagram or a TikTok or a Snapchat app and have a public profile, and when they post a provocative, sexy picture, they will get instant gratification. They will get the approval of others because their hindbrain has been programmed to seek the approval of others of the nomadic hunter-gatherer tribes, but only on a larger scale, and they're drunk on it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way that things are. So you understand why they have this addiction and why they behave that way and why they go seeking the hits. They don't even understand that they're doing this. I mean, you can have the greatest chick in the world in your life, and if they have a phone, they're going to have some addiction to social media. It's a fact of life. You're not going to get around it. So how do you deal with that? How do you break that? Well, it's going to take a little bit of work. I'll be honest with you, because like as I speak right now, social media companies are hiring people that they call attention engineers. What they do is they find better ways to keep your attention on the handheld devices. Men respond to things differently from women. Women are very simple. If you've paid any attention and you've been around enough women, you probably notice that if they have a social media account, they post something, and they don't get enough validation or attention on it, it'll get deleted, it'll disappear, and they'll find a more provocative way. And it's very easy for them. It's like they've figured out these angles, different ways to make it work a little higher. Get a little more booby, a little more down back over here, gets the bomb curve. How do you break it? It's very simple. If she's in your frame, and she defers to you, and she respects you, and she has genuine burning desire for you, that is very important though, because there's always going to be an opportunity to have the talk. Guys aren't supposed to have the talk, weak men have the talk. They'll be like, where do we stand? You know, we've been dating for a while and I really like you and hope we could be something together. Maybe boyfriend and girlfriend. Guys, don't have the talk, don't do the talk. Let her bring the talk to you. Let her come at you and be like, yeah, you know we've been dating for a while and I blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Let her bring the talk to you. It's very important that you let her bring the talk to you, because when it comes to this, when you're going to break this habit, when she's looking for something more long-term, more intimate on a more personal basis, and you're going to invite her into your inner life, this is something that you're going to have to break, and it's as simple as this. Girlfriends that have boyfriends don't post provocative pictures of themselves on social media. The difference between men and women is the male's sexual strategy is unlimited access to unlimited women. It's as simple as that. We want to scatter our seed, that's what we're here to do. That's what we do. Women, on the other hand, want the best that they can get. Picture a soccer pitch or a hockey arena. You're in the arena, you're playing the game. For the guy playing the game, he's spinning plates, he's smashing. He's dating a bunch of chicks. Maybe he's spinning plates and let the cream rise to the top. Whatever strategy it is that he wants to use. The female's sexual strategy is open hypergamy. She's looking for the best that she can get. So if she's still posting sexy provocative pictures to the world on social media apps, and she comes to you to have the talk, and she sees you as the best that she can do. It's very simple. Girlfriends or boyfriends don't post sexy provocative pictures on social media. She'll abandon it if she's in your frame and all those things are in place. If not, tell her to get lost. I've told women, if you don't like it, the front door is over there. Get off, take your stuff, get out of here and leave. If she's in your frame, she will yield. If she doesn't see you as the best that she can do, what is she going to do? She's going to protest. She's going to call you controlling and such things. You have to learn how to break it, and it's not that hard. But it's only not that hard if she respects you and she's in your frame.